Hi, all, Sleb here. So I struggled a lot on the Arbiter of Ash boss, which is a boss you need to open a fortress door at one point in maps, and I think that if I struggled a lot, probably it's the case for a lot of people. It's also different to see a perspective from a beginner since I don't have a lot of experience in PoE 2, I am more a PoE 1 player. So even though I made a lot of mistakes in the fight, I finally could do it. It took me about something around 4 to 5 times at this level, and tried it about 10 times at lower level without any success. What you're seeing right now is my third beast quest, just so you can see how my build was doing before I start explaining the fight. So to prepare for that fight, this is what I think. Regarding life, I think the target is 3k life minimum if possible. I did it with 2.2k and I am a beginner, so just to be a little more easy, 3k is the target in my opinion. You should have an ignite immunity charm, and also I suggest you have this, if you have the space, a fire resistance one. Note that I did not have the fire resist one when I did the fight because I thought that only the ignite one mattered, but I think I was wrong on this one. Good movement speed will help a lot, so 30% movement speed on boots is ideal. Level wise, I did the fight at level 84 or something around that if I remember. So if you're wondering at what level, around that I think it's good. Of course, there's a lot of people that can do it probably a lot less level than that, but if you're really struggling and you're not even close to 84, well, I think getting around that would be a good idea. Take the time to practice the fight. So if you just focus on practicing, you will expect to die, so less frustrating, and focus more on what he does and what he says before he does his attacks, so less frustrating. If you can record yourself and analyze after, the better. There is, in my opinion, one attack that is very hard, and if you can get past it, good chance you will beat him. More on that later. From my experience, not all fights were exactly the same, but the fight I will show is the boss rotation I got the most. I also think that you should be able to do tier 13 to 15 maps, even white, so without affixes, comfortably. So if you are not using a build where you melt bosses all the time like you see in YouTube videos, I think this will help. So let's start with the fight. At the beginning of the fight, just go on his side or in the back and just DPS the best you can. And pretty much all the time, if you move around him, it will be easier to dodge hits. It's a fireball that sends fire sprites. The further you are from the ball, the easier it is to dodge them. So you can see here the ball is north, I'm going south. He will attack you at the same time, but those attacks are not difficult to dodge. Just don't stand still and you should be fine. Circle phase. When you see them, you have to be in them when the fireball that goes down touches the ground, else you will die. You can see again that he does not stop attacking and you are in a tight space, but moving in the circle will help you dodge his attacks. Of course, when he does his fire beam dodge, you can see here that my damage is not very good, even if I am OP in doing tier 13 maps. When he puts a couple of circles one at a time, it's the same thing as before. Sometimes they can be far apart, so just sprint if needed, but most of the time, from my experience, they're close. So while you are in the circle, look at where the next ball is dropping to be ready to go there after the circle explodes. I suggest not to focus on DPS, just focus on getting to the circles unless you are comfortable in the fight. This is the corridor phase where you just need to go where there is no fire. Not very difficult if you are concentrated. Even the first time I got the phase, no problem. I did not die. I don't think I died in that phase once. So pretty easy for that part. Never stand in front of him for a long time like I just did right now. So you can see what happened. So I almost died there. At one point, he wouldn't do some like zigzag, whatever he's doing right now. I'm not sure if he can hit you. He never really hit me in that phase. I don't know, or maybe it's just very easy. So here it's rinse and repeat the circle phase. Nothing there to add.
Hold still.
When he deploys his wings, the second phase starts, and he will totally regen. So as soon as you see little balls there, there's a white one and a blue one, just go on them as fast as you can because these are debuffs. So it's your primary objective as soon as you see them. I think it happens that sometimes there were only one, but every time I see one, I just look for the other one just to make sure there's no other one. I'm not sure about that part, but most of the time there's two little balls and your focus is really to go in them, like you will see right here. He will charge at you, just try to dodge. I have no idea why I did not get hit on this, but yeah. So this is the major phase. You see there's a very big beam. You go away, and just when the beam stops, this is where you go in the circle. Now I did this very poorly, and I got lucky. So basically this phase, you move away because the beam is very, very large, but you still stay, if you can, close to the beam, because as soon as the beam goes away, this, you have like a tenth of a second, maybe I'm exaggerating here, but you have to be very fast to go in the circle because the ball will land as soon as he finishes with his beam. Now, I think at this phase, if you have your ignite and if you have your fire resist, you can jump in just before the beam stops. So if you have those resistances, and of course you're capped, your resistances are capped, I think you will be fine. So you have like a little window here. You don't need to be perfect. You can go just a little bit before he stops doing his wide thingy, and you should be fine. So basically, I would say easily 90% of the time, this is where I got beaten. So I watched a guide or two to figure it out, because I didn't see that you had like a millisecond to go inside, and I really didn't understand what was going on until I found a guide and saw that, well, there's a little window here. It's like not even half a second or something like that, and you just get in. And I saw a suggestion where, well, you can go just a little bit before. You will get hit, but if you have okay life, and if you have your ignite and fire resist charm, you should be fine. So this is really the part where you should practice. So I hope this helped you guys to go further in the game. Take care, everyone.